Hello, and may the peace of the risen Lord be with you, dear sisters and brothers in Christ. I think we would all agree that we are living in some very exciting times for our church. I'm so happy to greet you during these glorious days of our Easter joy in the midst of this grace-filled year of faith, and in particular in these days when such monumental changes have taken place. It wasn't that long ago that all of us joined with the entire world in bidding farewell to our beloved Pope Benedict XVI, now the first Pope Emeritus in history. And just recently, we have joyfully witnessed the selection of our new Holy Father, the new universal shepherd of our church. These weeks have been a tremendous opportunity to be reminded that we are Catholics, joined with one another in our parishes, united with me as the bishop of our diocesan church, and additionally as part of those 1.2 billion Catholics throughout the world under the leadership of the Vicar of Christ on earth. Today, I can definitely say that the church is alive and well here in the Diocese of Kalamazoo. I am pleased to spend time today sharing with you just a few of the many exciting examples of that vitality throughout the 59 parishes in the 9 counties of our diocese. In my recent pastoral letter, we dared to say, I invited all of us to boldly open the door to a vibrant life of faith. I'm happy to report that through our many diocesan programs, we are witnessing that vibrancy growing throughout our diocese. Just this past February, more than 600 people throughout our diocese gathered at 6 different parishes for the first diocesan day of reflection. This grace-filled day, which began with the celebration of Mass and included opportunities for the sacrament of reconciliation, also included lively presentations on the new evangelization and on our Catholic faith. I was so encouraged to know that so many in our diocese came together and shared their faith, and how inspiring it was to know that no matter where you were in our diocese that day, many in each of the 6 sites were united together in prayer. Our participation in the sacramental life of the Church is made possible by the dedication of those men who respond to Christ's call to devote their lives serving all of us as priests of Jesus Christ. This past year, I had the privilege of ordaining 2 men to the priesthood, Father Daniel Hyman and Father Francis Marotti. I also had the privilege of ordaining 10 men as permanent deacons to serve our people in many parishes and communities. At the present time, we are blessed to have 8 seminarians studying for the priesthood and 4 additional young men who are college affiliates. And in late June, God willing, we will rejoice again at the priestly ordination of 3 of those men as new priests for our diocese. As followers of Jesus, the 2 great commandments he has given us are to love God with our whole heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Our faith, therefore, compels us to reach out to those in need through our loving service. Catholic Charities of the Diocese of Kalamazoo, what I like to call the good news arm of the diocese, is one example of how we achieve this. Through its life-affirming programs, which include Caring Network, Ark Shelter for Youth, and Barriga Manor, Catholic Charities provides much-needed support, resources, and hope to young mothers and their babies, teens and young adults, and the elderly. These wonderful programs and services reach out to all people at every stage of life. We are proud as a diocese to be the major source of financial support for Catholic Charities. My dear sisters and brothers, the Church is called to bring the good news of Jesus to all people, those already in our pews, as well as those who are not yet a part of the flock, but who desperately need to hear that life-saving good news and be invited into communion with us. Dear friends, in these historic days in the Church, in this year of faith, as we commit ourselves to our diocesan vision and the new evangelization of the Church, I ask for your generous support of the Bishop's annual appeal. It is through that support of the Bishop's annual appeal that we are able to share the tangible signs of the light of Christ and the teachings of His Church through the many diocesan ministries, programs, and services to those people here in our diocese and to the Church Universal. Please prayerfully consider your own level of sacrificial giving. I assure you that each gift, no matter the amount, will be gratefully received and will be used to advance the mission of the Church. Thank you for allowing me to have this time with you today and for your generous and loving support. As I ask you to keep me and all those in diocesan ministry in your prayers, I also assure you of my daily and fervent prayers for each of you. God bless you, now and always. Thank you.